Hi, I'm Bry, and this is my DIY. I wanted to make some videos of me exercising with my dog, going on a walk on a daily basis. It's helped me lose some weight, so I thought I might post them up on YouTube and see if there's other people that may want to do the same routine as me and lose, 15, 20 pounds. I've personally lost 20 pounds. I've been walking for over a year. I walk daily, and this is kind of what I do. Come along. This is my buddy Teddy leads the pack and walks. He loves to go for walks. He's very energetic German Shepherd. So him and I just kind of cruise around the neighborhood. We walk for a couple miles a day, and really just trying to get some exercise in. It makes me feel really good. Um, it gives me time to think about life and everything else that's going on. For me, it's really the time to myself and some time for my dog here to go around, explore, and it's really good for me from thinking perspective. That's pretty much the best aspect of it for me. But I started doing this routine about a year, maybe a year and a half ago, and I actually got up to about 199 pounds. And I always told myself if I ever reached 200 pounds, that I needed to do something about it. And I'm not much of a jogger. It actually hurts my knees over time, and I really can't do it on a consistent basis. But what I can do is I can walk. So I will take my dog for a walk. We're actually going to do a little bit of a shorter walk today. Since this is the first video, I'm just trying to see how it records, see how it all comes out. Actually not sure really how to do it. So him and I have been going on a walk for a little over a year and a half. I've dropped about 20 pounds doing it. I feel better. I feel great compared to how I used to feel. It has helped me in a number of ways. I feel sharper mentally as well. That's one other big advantage to walking. But also, you read reports and whatnot. They say it helps lower dementia chances, and also people tend to live longer that walk since they have stronger legs and they don't have balance issues. So I think for all those reasons, walking's just been something I really don't want to replace in my life. I want to keep doing it for as long as I can. And plus, I kind of live out here in the forest in New England, and looking around, it's beautiful. So it gets me out in nature, kind of just calms me down, lets me think, and lets me get some exercise and activity in. So I suggest, and anybody can walk. So there's really no excuse for why you can't get up and move your legs a little bit, unless you obviously have a broken leg or something of that nature. But it shouldn't be much that precludes you from being able to walk around and just try to feel better. But my idea was I was just going to start filming my walks, and if other people wanted to walk about the same increment of time as me, then they could put my video on, walk for that time, and then start losing some weight. So I've actually never really had big weight issues throughout my life, but I noticed that I was really just starting to get up there. In high school, I was about 165 pounds, and then, over the years, started getting up really close to that 200 mark, and I just knew I needed to do something. And I still like to have some sweets, and I like to drink a beer, and walking kind of allows me to continue to do some of those things and also keep in pretty decent shape. Plus, also, I like playing sports, and my son is of age, like where he's playing sports, so I like to get out with him and do the same thing. So, all those things kind of all bundled up make it so I really need to do something to keep myself in check and feeling better and being able to be active with my family. And my dog loves to just pull me in different directions and go for smells. But from the way I understand it, this is like their opportunity to really expend energy, but with smelling, they get a lot of their energy out of them. So he's just doing his thing. We see a lot of wildlife out here. Yesterday I saw a deer and then a bunny, and today nothing yet, but we'll see what peeks out. All right, come on, buddy, let's go. So if you ever had a German Shepherd, they're very smart animals, but they're also very energetic. So he needs something to do, or he kind of just loses his mind inside our house. So I'm the one that pretty much walks him every day. Helps tremendously with his mental health. It helps with mine too, so I don't have to be worried about him or him having too much energy for the night or anything of that nature. Come on. You know, the other thing too is I don't really like weight training that much. It's okay. It's never anything I'm really excited to do. I generally like to play sports for my exercise. And then, you know, now that I'm getting a little bit older and don't really necessarily always have the time to play the sports or find the people to play the sports, walking just kind of became my activity now. But I'm glad I found it, and I'm glad I do it. And I think anybody that wants to do it should do it, and they will feel better, both mentally, physically. Man, it's awesome. You should definitely get out and be active. So I'm just kind of holding the phone in my hand. I hope it doesn't jerk around too much and it's like a hard video to watch. But again, I'm a novice at this stuff. I've never posted a video online or anything of that nature. So it's my first go at it. And just again, thought it might help other people. And I'm pretty big on like DIY stuff. And I thought about making a video that was more specific to that, like doing different activities and showing people how to do that stuff. But this is something I do every day anyway. So I thought, why don't I just record myself, you know, going on my walks and hopefully get others that want to go for walks as well. Obviously, I don't know if anybody wants to listen to my voice, but I'm hoping to think of different topics to talk about while I'm on a walk and try to be a little bit entertaining during them. I've noticed that as I began walking, I start walking a lot faster now. I first started out not moving nearly as quick as I do now. I never like to jog or anything, but I do like to move at a pretty decent pace. And I've noticed that I tend to go pretty quick uphill nowadays. But overall, like when I play sports now, I don't feel nearly as winded. And that has been a huge benefit to me. We got some more smells going on over here. He's investigating something. All right, come on, Ted. Teddy's an interesting dog because he's obviously German Shepherd, but he kind of, I'm not really sure what he's mixed with because his ears are floppy. And I've thought maybe with the way his back arches, maybe he's like a part greyhound. I really don't know, but if you have any ideas in the comments, feel free to go ahead and jot them down. But he is he's investigating what's going on here. You know, I've been thinking about creating content for a while too, and I was always really hesitant to do it. And you know, just by starting this video, I've noticed it's really not that bad. Like once you kind of get past the initial nerves, it's actually pretty nice and easy. So I hope that I'm willing to continue to do this and hopefully help people, you know, get into shape, feel good about themselves, get out and be active. You know, I'm up in New England, so the weather is very nice today, but I used to live in Texas and it was, 100 plus. And we had to coordinate when we would go for walks in my neighborhood because we had blacktops there. So I had to go when it was cooler so my dog's paws wouldn't get all messed up. And here I can pretty much go anytime I want. And it's like 70 degrees, 80 degrees here. So it's not bad weather at all. All right, come on, bud. Let's go. Oops, sorry, dropped my phone almost. I've been living in New England for about a year now, and it is a whole lot different than Texas. The scenery is much prettier, and it's much lower population than in Texas. So it's there's really no traffic or anything, so it's kind of great. But everything closes kind of early here, and it's a bit different because I used to live like right outside of Austin, Texas, and there was something to do, and it was constantly, constant nightlife, 7 days a week. And here, things are shut down by 9, 10 o'clock, and a little bit different pace. Gosh, Teddy keeps weaving in and out, so I have to keep moving the leash around. So this walk is what I consider my little walk. I like to usually do about 2 miles, but for my first time recording, I thought maybe a smaller walk might make the most sense. So kind of just do this loop around here and kind of head back up towards my property, and probably call this video for the day. But if there's anything like people want me to talk about, I'm happy to talk about whatever somebody wants to hear about. I have some ideas for some shows I'd like to, or some walks to talk about different items, but definitely I'm open to hear what others want me to talk about. I've got a lot of life experiences, so at this point I feel like I can at least talk about things. So normally my walks, I try to get anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes per day of walking in. And I don't know, to me, it's not a huge commitment. And also having a dog, it makes me kind of want to get out and keep him, active and busy. So he really enjoys it, so it makes it a lot easier for me and me wanting to make him happy. So if you don't have a dog, I guess it's even easier for you to go walking whenever you want. But yeah, he looks forward to it. So we go every day, just try to get that exercise in, get the sniffs in, and he gets home and he just lays down and he doesn't want to move. So at least for a little while. See, normally when I walk, I just kind of listen to some videos or listen to music or whatnot, and just kind of think about whatever topics I want to think about. So this is a little bit different, since I'm doing the talking aspect of it instead of more the thinking aspect. But I don't know, it's really not bad. Figure I'll post it, see kind of what happens if anybody actually watches it, and go from there, see if I should continue recording them or not. But again, if it gets other people out and active, then that's awesome. It's great being able to help other people. So and if somehow my video motivates somebody else, that's really cool. That would make me really proud that I put it out there. the scenery in New England is unbelievable. In Texas, where we were, it was really just concrete everywhere, so we didn't really have many trees. And out here, man, it's trees everywhere and very little concrete. So you can hear the wind on the trees, and oh my goodness, that's just so beautiful. I love living in the forest. Definitely recommend, if you haven't visited New England, to give it a visit. It is mind-bogglingly beautiful. And I know people complain about the cold, and it does get cold here, so there's no way around that. But man, it's beautiful here. And my dog keeps going from side to side on the leash, so I have to switch hands. So apologies for any stabilization issues. You can see he's starting to get a little tired now. He's starting to breathe a little heavy, getting his sniffs in. Really haven't seen any wildlife though, still, on this one. Turkeys seem to be the biggest one. We see lots and lots of turkeys, usually on our trips. And it's really cool. So I'm gotta keep my eyes peeled to see if we see any during this trip. I did have a big bear, a black bear, on my driveway a couple weeks ago, which is the first one I've ever seen. So when I'm walking, I'm peeking in, into the woods over here, seeing if there's anything in there. Yeah, that'll put you on your heels a little bit. My heart was pumping when I saw that bear, and I was screaming at my son. I'm like, "Come here, check out this bear! Check out this bear!" And I couldn't even get my phone out to take a picture because I was just so excited and screaming at my son so much. I think I actually scared the bear off because I was too excited. So yeah, that was the first bear I've seen on the property. But we have porcupines, and we have groundhogs, and we have turkeys. We have deer. There's bobcats. I've not seen a bobcat on the property yet. Of course, bears. So yeah, they all come by to visit, and of course birds. But yeah, that's so pretty. Like, this is what I get to look at when I go on a walk. So I love the woods. I can't ask for much more than this. And Teddy gets all the smells from the wildlife. So I also have to check him for ticks every time too. So at the end of our walks, we always go through and do a tick check. The ticks are really bad here, and we need to make sure they don't come inside. So we do that, and that's kind of the routine. Anyway, I guess the reason I made this video is, if you thought about doing something for exercise, to me, walking's the best. It's not high impact. Anyone can do it. Just need to, be somewhat consistent. I mean, I go every day, but I didn't used to. And you can just work up to that if you need to. You want to go 2 days a week, whatever you get out and do, it's fine. Just kind of continue to add on to it until you get to the point where you want to go on a more daily basis, like I do. But I can't really speak to all the benefits, but it's been tremendous for me, absolutely tremendous. And I think, again, anyone that wants to feel better mentally, physically, should definitely just get out, start walking around. I'm getting close to pulling up to my property here, so I'll probably sign off on this video here pretty soon. But thank you for coming along with me. I hope you'll come along again tomorrow. if there's a better way I could video these videos too, please, write it down in the comments. Again, I'm just holding it with my hand right now. Very elementary at all this. So, but anyway, this video looks like it's going to be right around 21 minutes. So, get yourself out, take 20 minutes of your day, go for a walk, feel better. I already, from beginning to end, I feel great from where I started. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Thanks for joining me. Have a good day. Bye.